Hi friends, my name is Kim. Welcome back to Healing Place Cottage. Welcome to my kitchen. I am so happy to have you with me today. Before we get started, I would love it if you would go ahead and click the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. It helps people find me when they search for diabetic friendly, low carb, and keto friendly recipes. So I really appreciate the help. Today we are going to make a recipe from Taste of Home Slow Cooker Classics. I went to the thrift store and I found several cookbooks that were all Taste of Home. So someone had really enjoyed Taste of Home, and this is one of them. It doesn't include the nutrition facts, but I was able to go to that website, Very Well Fit, that we've talked about previously, and get all of that. So I'll share that at the end. But this is a great slow cooker recipe called Apple Dijon Pork Roast. It is found on page 278 if you are following along in the cookbook. And I think I don't have enough room for everything that I have on my counter today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have a whole pork loin and I cut that into thirds. And we're going to go ahead and add the pork loin to our slow cooker. And then we're going to give that a salt and pepper. And then we're going to add our ingredients to a bowl. It calls for a can of chicken broth. I don't have any cans, so we're just going to use about 16 ounces. See, that's about that. And then we're going to use a cup of apple juice. And that's almost, well, this is 8 ounces. That's a cup. So we'll use a cup of apple juice. And then a half cup of Dijon mustard. I think that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and mix this up. Could not be simpler, could it? And we're just going to pour this over our pork loin. And we're going to cook it. It says cover and cook on low for 4 to 4.5 hours or until a meat thermometer reads 160. I have found that cooking on high is the secret to good juicy pork loin for me. So 2.5 to 3 hours on high has been able to make that a good tender pork loin for me. And then when we get done, we will come back, we'll remove the pork loin, and then we'll add a cornstarch slurry to our sauce and make that a little thicker, and we'll be done. So we'll come back in just a couple hours. Okay, friends, we are back, and I am mixing some cornstarch with some water and making a big old mess. I'm going to pull out the pork roast. And then I'm going to add the cornstarch to the liquid. Give that a stir. We'll cut a little bit of this. get a spoon or a ladle. So this definitely could use a little bit more cornstarch than what I used. But let's go ahead and give this a taste and see what it tastes like. Hot. Very nice. I cooked it for 3-4 hours on high and it's perfectly tender. The sauce is very good. Like I said, I will put a little bit more cornstarch in this to thicken it up, just a hair more. But it's absolutely delicious and would be great with potatoes. And we can eat potatoes with this because we're only looking at 448 calories, and that pork loin has 8 servings. So 448 calories, 24 grams of fat, 136 grams of cholesterol, so a little high on our cholesterol, but I didn't use low sodium chicken stock or chicken broth, and the Dijon mustard I think has some cholesterol in it too, as well as the pork. Only 4.8 grams of carbs and 0.6 grams of fiber and 48 grams of protein. So we absolutely have room, carbohydrate room, in order to have potatoes with this. So that would probably be something good that you could have added to, we could have added to the slow cooker itself, is add the potatoes along with the pork roast. But you could do those in the oven or even on the stove if you wanted to give those a pan fry. So I think this is a winner of a recipe. If you like this recipe, give it a thumbs up. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, subscribe to the channel. It really does help people find me when they search for diabetic friendly recipes. I post recipes every Tuesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Always diabetic friendly, oftentimes low carb or keto friendly like we have today, sometimes gluten free and sometimes vegetarian, and oftentimes slow cooker as well, because we like to keep our recipes under 30 minutes of active cooking. And this recipe didn't even take 10 minutes of active cooking, putting the recipe together and then finalizing it with the cornstarch. So I hope that you enjoyed our time together today, and I look forward to cooking with you again soon. Take care, friends.